what's going on, people? I'm on my way to DunnFab Motorsports. It's over in New Jersey, heading over the bridge now. It's about 6 minutes away, not too far from where I live. They're going to be installing my Eibach Lowering Springs. Sitting in the back right here. So, we're going to have them put on. It's going to be a busy morning because I just dropped my daughter off in Center City for a college course. And I have to run over here, get the lowering springs put on. I'm taking a BMW from this shop, driving it back over to Custom Coatings, dropping it off there for some vinyl wrap. Joe's going to give me his truck. Then I go pick my daughter up from then Center City. Then I drive back to Custom Coatings, pick up the Beamer, drive over to DunnFab to get my car and swap it out. Pretty busy morning with a lot of switching and stuff to help out this guy who wants to get his vinyl done on his BMW. So that'll be interesting. I've never been to DunnFab Motorsports. Joe recommended me, and every time Joe recommends me to a place, it's a home run. So I'll report to you guys, you know, once I get over here and I meet everybody, etc.
In half a mile, exit the highway towards J. Tipton Boulevard.
So we're getting the Eibach Lowering Springs put on, and we're not going to get the car aligned. Joe at Solis Racing Group recommended that I just wait a couple weeks, let the springs settle, then get the car, the alignment done. Now, we're doing this in advance of the rims and the tires that we're putting on. I'm getting some M652s, some Avant-Gardes, and a smoke mirror look, and a picture in the corner of your screen if you haven't seen them. And we're putting them on Lionheart LH5s. The tires are speed rated for more than this car can even go. So I really like the way they look, and they're about $152 a tire. You can't go wrong. Plus, I hate run flats. Absolutely can't stand them. So that's what we're doing today. So give me a second here when I pull up to DunnFab, and I'll let you know what's going on from there. 8472. All right, so I'm about to pull up here at DunnFab Motorsports. I've never been here.
Reached your destination.
And it says I've reached my destination, but I haven't found it yet. Turbo Solutions. I'm wondering if this is it. Let's try it. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Here's DunnFab. Okay, so I've never been here before. This is new to me. All right. Let's head on into the shop and meet these guys. Hey, what's going on, people? So I'm over at DunnFab Motorsports in Pennsauken, New Jersey, and I'm going to show you around the shop. These guys are going to be doing my lowering springs, and for the future reference, I'm going to be bringing my vehicle here for everything Pro Charger related, for like oil, service, anything I need. So they got some kits going on. They've got some work that they're working on. But I'll show you what they've got in the shop right here. The BMW up in the lift. It's getting new tires, new rims. Complete exhaust. But this is my favorite over here. Oh, here you go. Got turbo. What's this putting down now? 240?
About 240, yeah. It's a Sprint X 210 supercharger on a sign on it, FRS. We also did Tome unequal length headers on it, overpipe exhaust tune.
Outstanding.
Next up we're going to be doing flex fuel.
And if you don't mind, can you go back over a little bit on the Skyline?
Yeah, so this isn't a Skyline, this is a Silvia.
Oh, so you get a Skyline motor?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a Silvia S13. We had it imported from Japan.
Okay.
Which in the States they were the 240 SXs.
Okay.
But we stripped it all the way down to the shell and built it back up from the ground up.
Okay.
So full Rocket Bunny, wide body kit going on it. Every single piece is getting swapped over, so fully adjustable suspension.
Everything in here
cushions.
is literally redone. It's like brand new.
Undercoated. We're going to be dropping in a R33 GTR RB26.
Wow.
Upgraded turbos, cams, fuel system. E85 we're going to run it off of. Should make, we're going to shoot for like 450 to 500. Don't see why we won't be able to make that, but Haltech standalone ECU, intake manifold, exhaust manifold, the whole nine. I mean, nothing's being overlooked in this build.
What's going on with the truck? What are they getting over here?
So we're actually in process of doing some fabrication work right now. We're installing a long travel suspension kit on it. So up front, he's going to have about 20 inches of suspension travel out of it. And then once we're done doing that, we're also going to build a complete custom pre-runner front bumper for him. So full tubular bumper is going on that. Summertime, when he gets his rear flares in, if you notice the fronts.
Yeah, okay, I see. There's a different.
So these are Mcneil Racing flares. It's a 6-inch bulge up, 3-inch bulge out.
He's going to do the rear also?
Yep, he's just waiting. They're custom making them rear. They didn't have flares pre-made as big as he wanted to go for his short bed.
Wow.
So he's having custom flares made for the bed sides. We'll install the bed sides and also do a full bed cage on there, as well as the long travel for the rear suspension. But so we get all new coilovers going up front, bypass hoops getting welded in.
Little turbo just sitting in the top of the box there.
Yeah, it's an old one.
Well, now I want to show everybody something that you'll never see anywhere else. I want to show you something that, and I love this idea. I don't care what anyone says. You can hate on it, but I want to. I'm
gonna have to grab my brother, give me a hand lifting up the hood.
Well, we're gonna show you. All right, we'll wait till he comes in, but I want to show you what's underneath this Generation 1 Viper's hood. And trust me, you're gonna be shocked. But if you hate on it, I'm gonna hate on you.
So, got your SRT8?
Yeah, they're going to be putting the Eibach springs, which are in the back seat, to just drop. How far is it going to drop it down, do you think? Right above the tire?
I have to see what the Eibach springs do. I don't know offhand, because every vehicle is different, but usually, depending on which series you get, usually it drops it down 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Okay.
So I have to see which ones that you have there, but I would say if it's the 1.25 inch one, just right above the tires. Not crazy far, but it'll look good.
And hopefully when we get the rims and the tires in soon, we can get those on. I know the batch is ready. Joe, the Solis Racing Group, is out of Florida. Okay. And I know him through the groups, etc., and he's a real good guy. He just sent me a message, said, yeah, they're coming. Oh, I want to show you the hood while we're talking. You guys know my problems with my hood, my Sorona hood, but if you look on an angle, you can see how it's pitted and how it's sunk in. You could see the fiberglass lines, but this was what they did. Okay, so see how you have this line here that they copied from the Renegade version 1? That's supposed to have a plastic complete, look like this, sit in, and they just cut this and just put it in there. Yeah, that's all it is. They did a pretty good job copying it. Yeah. The lines came out pretty damn well. I mean, it is a Chrysler product, so yeah, and the vents, this one vent is gapped.
Sorry, I got it.
I know, I'm real OCD with that. And
I'll start picking it apart. I'll start seeing every little.
Yeah, we kind of let the hood just go to shit as far as cleaning it, because you can see there's scratches and stuff, and this got to be all redone. But I really don't care anymore, because it's like, fuck it, this has to be refinished, or it's getting taken off and completely refinished. Like this side comes over a little bit more.
Not bad. I've
for aftermarket, I mean...
Honestly, I've unfortunately had people come in with worse.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I was actually expecting... All right, it's not too bad. I was expecting a lot worse.
It's not horrible. We've had people come in with straight Chinese knockoff stuff, and it's...
Yeah, and then they give it to you, and they say, I want it to fit OEM, and you're like, it's not going to fit OEM.
Yeah. You're going to spend just as much money getting the knockoff stuff to fix.
And coming...
Everybody know. You spend just as much money getting the knockoff stuff to fit good that you would just buying genuine.
Well, here's the thing. Coming with a Jeep, you already know. This is what you get quality-wise. You can see the fucking lines are off. Look at the gas cap. Yeah. The gas cap was flush here, but gapped here. I mean, this is your Jeep quality to begin with. So I wasn't really concerned if my aftermarket hood, which probably matches up better than anything that fucking Jeep does. So
Chase, you want to give me a hand real quick? We'll lift up the...
I want to show everyone... The surprise underneath the hood of the Viper, yeah. It's bound to get a lot of comments, because guess right now you're not going to guess what's under this hood. I mean, you might, but that's right. That's an LS swap. Getting twins put on right inside there. That's sweet.
Pretty crazy.
Everyone's going to go, oh my God, an LS. Yes, it is. Instead of, what was the crate engine for the Viper? About 22 grand?
I think it was 22 or 23,000.
Instead of 22 to 23,000 for the crate, this is going to run completely, when it's all said and done, for the engine around 10 grand. and it's going to put down a lot of power. I believe.
He's about 15.
Wow.
So to say, you know, depending on little extra add-ons and stuff.
Yeah.
Decides to go like here and there. I mean, you can go crazy with it, and honestly, you know, you can spend the world's money on vehicles, but you know, we're fitting right within his budget, around 15.
Wow. See, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of anything that you can make that's fast, and it's also within budget. I get killed all the time for my tires that I went with, because everyone likes to say, "Oh, you got to go with Pirelli." No, you don't got to go with Pirelli.
I have to go with Pirellis, but I'm a firm believer in spending some good money on tires.
Yes.
Is the only thing keeping you from the ground.
If this was a faster car or a more car for turns, I would definitely go back with the Pirellis. But since I can't drive this safely around a curve at 80, these handle just fine. And I'm hoping that the LH5s, which are rated a little higher for speed, handle a little bit better. But, I mean, what, 35s are going to suck anyway.
Yeah, 35 wall. But
So that's my update for now. We'll be back in a couple of hours. I got to take a BMW from here over to Joe's shop at Custom Coatings. And then we'll be back around 1, 2, hopefully whatever time he's done. And then we'll pick it up and we'll show you what the drop looks like. All right, people, so I just got over to Custom Coatings. That's the customer's vehicle that I had to drive over here from DunnFab Motorsports, getting some vinyl wrap done. And while my vehicle's getting the springs, they're going to be getting some vinyl wrap over here at Custom Coatings. There's Joe's car. I'm going to be using his truck. Let's go in and see these guys. You! What's up, June? There he is.
there's my Uber driver.
Yeah, right? And I just finished my Red Bull, so I'm already agitated.
Number 3 on the deck.
See, I knew he was going to break my balls. Getting to work on here. Outstanding. Love that car. All right, I put this gentleman's key on my keychain thingy for you. I know, I'm awesome. So in a couple hours, when they're done doing the vinyl wrap, I'm going to be coming back here to pick it up and then heading back over to DunnFab. So that's it for now. Be back in a little bit. All right, so I'm heading out of Custom Coatings. I got to go run some errands, and I got Joe's monster truck to deal with for an hour or two. This thing is freaking awesome. Look at that. Needs to be clean, Joe. Get on that. Instead of taking a screenshot with my phone, do this and I'll get the right frame. Hey guys, it's Ron. I'm over here at DunnFab Motorsports picking up my Jeep. They put the lowering springs on. They did an excellent job. But what I want to show you, okay, so remember the dealership looked at my Jeep. They couldn't find that mysterious noise of rattling around. And for months, you guys have been asking me what it was. I forget your name, I'm sorry.
Chase.
Chase?
Yeah, Chase.
Chase took my car for a 5-minute test drive. 5 freaking minutes. Comes back and goes, yo, check this out. Opens the hood. Can you show them what you're talking about? Watch. Are you fucking kidding me? It was, thanks Brian at Elite Custom Lighting, because that's us, our fucking install did that. Holy shit. We've been trying to figure this out for months now, and they just solved it. Okay, so while they're correcting that, let me walk you around and show you the lowering springs. So I'll have a before and after shot up for you to look at, but you can see how it comes down a lot more. It's about, man, that's literally like 2 inches off the front, and the back, which will start to settle about another 1/4 inch or so, is really far down. Before, I could get my fist like in there with no problem. Now, I mean, I can only get about 3 fingers in here now. I should have taken a picture with how many knuckles deep I was in it, but it looks great. This place is awesome. Everybody in the tri-state area, I've been looking for a shop to do work like this. Powerhouse Performance went out of business, I found out today. So for everybody who I told go to Powerhouse Performance, I'm changing that. You want to come to DunnFab Motorsports over here in Pennsauken. They're a part of the inner circle as far as custom coatings goes, auto obsessions. All the people I tell you about, they all know everybody, and that's how I got referred to this place. And as I showed you some of the vehicles earlier, I just met the gentleman who's got the who's getting the Skyline motor, the GTR motor put in. That's gonna look freaking badass. But yeah, like 5 minutes, and they found the cause of that rattle, which has been driving me insane. So I'm happy as hell. Stay tuned for more. Let me take a break and I'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, people? So I'm just leaving DunnFab Motorsports now over here in Pennsauken, New Jersey. Let me tell you, experience-wise, it could not have gone better. I love finding good shops or good places or products to let you guys know all about them. And this was a home run from Joe over at Custom Coatings. These guys are great. They're two brothers. They run this shop. And not only did they give me the best price from calling around on installing my lowering springs, which, by the way, I really like them, and it doesn't feel any different than before. I don't notice a difference. I don't know. I drive the car in sport mode all the time, so maybe that's why. I really don't notice a difference. It's just me, but they handle and they feel really good right now. Aside from that, I am ecstatic with the fact that Chase took the car for a 3 to 5 minute test drive, comes back in and he goes, yo, come here, lifts the hood up, found what was rattling around in the engine bay. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that I took it to a dealership, 3 mechanics looked over the vehicle, shaked the shit out of my vehicle, could not find where this mysterious rattle and noise was coming from. These guys found it in 5 minutes. Like that. That, to me, is enormous. Plus, they're upfront about everything. I mean, like I said, the best price I could find. They're all about custom work, and they all have all kinds of builds going on in there. So if you're local in the tri-state or Philly area, it's right over the bridge. I'm heading back over to Tacony Bridge right now. They are less than 5 minutes away. You know, it's right off of 73. I'm going to put all their information in the description below at the bottom of this video. But listen, I support people who are good people, and these guys are it. These guys are legit. Like I said before, Joe over at Custom Coatings has never steered me wrong. Every person that he's referred me to has been a home run, and I've sent people to all these places with confidence because they know they're going to get something good. Okay, hold on. Let me stop right there. I am hitting some bumps, and the springs are a little tighter. Just a little bit. It feels like you're driving in track mode. I really, on normal level ground, I didn't notice a difference. Just feels a little tighter. So yeah, you'll notice a little difference, but I'll tell you what, it feels good. And they look really good too. So thanks to Joe at Solis Racing Group down there in Florida who sent me the springs. Really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to my rims and the tires to get these on. They should be coming soon. And then I really can't wait until we get the Pro Charger on. HHP in Delaware is doing that for me in June, first week of June 4th to the 6th. Now, speaking of Pro Chargers, if you don't have a Jeep or you don't have a Hemi, and even if you do have a Jeep or a Hemi, DunnFab Motorsports also does custom turbos. They do Pro Chargers, Whipples. They have all kinds of superchargers in there they work on. If you want a consultation or you just looking for any type of work, while I was there, the gentleman whose BMW that I drove over to the shop in Philly to get, let's see if this guy let me in, to get some vinyl wrap done. Really cool dude. This guy Kel, his last name's Kelly, everybody calls him Kel. He said he's looking at getting like exhaust and stuff done on his wife's Jeep. Well, DunnFab Motorsports does all that, and I tell you what, I can't stop speaking highly of these people because it's really difficult to find people who aren't going to rip you off, who do quality work, who are just straight up honest with you, and you feel comfortable taking your vehicle to. And whenever I come across them, you're going to hear me nonstop talk about them. I talk about custom coatings all the time, to the point where Joe actually teases me that I talk about his shop so much because that's how much I respect them. Brian at Elite Custom Lighting, great work. He's knocking it out of the ballpark with the custom hitch cover for people. Let's see, Nick over at Auto Obsessions in Pennsauken, who did the ceramic coating and did the paint correction for me. Ryan over at Exact Art, who just had 6 cars in the Philadelphia Auto Show. He is a genius and one of the best on the East Coast, if not the best on the East Coast, for interior fabrication. He does all Alcantara, laser work. If you haven't seen any of his work, Ryan Nettleton, Exact Art in Philadelphia. Look him up on Instagram. His cars, he's done some work for me too. And all these guys are within this little circle. They all know each other. So that's why they refer you to the next person. And you know what? I'll be the first person to tell you when I ever come across somebody that doesn't do the great job or doesn't do it, you know, or I think they overcharge me or whatever. But so far, it's been nothing but winning scenarios every time. So check them out. All the information will be below. I'm going to do a couple of pictures that you can check out at the very end of the video if you want to see, you know, the stands. I really don't know if I can compare it to some of the past videos and pictures, because what I didn't do, and I apologize, was to at least stick my fingers in the gap to show you how much of a difference it is now. Or take a ruler. I can tell you from doing this in the past that when I stuck my fist in the back portion, there was a lot of gap, a lot of room, more than this much room clearance. Now you can't. You can only get 3 fingers in there, and you know, everything's level and it looks really good. So that's really it, guys, girls. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, ask below. I'll get right back to you. I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. I don't like to leave anybody hanging, especially if you're in the area and you want referrals. I try to keep this as brief as possible, which sometimes I drone on, so I apologize for that. I'm still learning as I go. This channel isn't as professional as it could be. It's my own fucking fault. Oops, I cursed. My bad. I'm not going to change who I am, and I hope you guys appreciate that. But that's it. Stay tuned for later in the week for other updates, and if you need any work done for your vehicle, contact DunnFab Motorsports in Pennsauken, New Jersey. Their information is below. That's it, and I'm out of here.